A golden temple. Torchlight ripples across walls carved with the faces of gods. A pharaoh stands perfectly still, robed in white linen, crowned in gold. Beside him, his sister. The priests begin to chant. To modern eyes, this scene is disturbing, incomprehensible. But in ancient Egypt, this was not a scandal. This was a sacred act, a calculated strategy, a declaration of divine power that echoed across 3,000 years of civilization. To understand the pharaoh, you must first abandon everything you know about kingship. The pharaoh was not simply a ruler, he was a living god, the embodiment of Horus on earth, and upon death, Osiris himself, a being who existed between the mortal and the divine. This belief was not metaphorical. Ancient Egyptians genuinely understood their pharaoh to carry divine essence, the Ka, within a mortal body. And if the king was truly a god, then who could possibly be his equal? Who could stand beside him without diminishing his sacred nature? The answer, to the ancient Egyptian mind, was obvious. Only another divine being. Only family. Only blood. The theological justification for royal sibling marriage was written into Egyptian mythology itself. Osiris, god of the dead and resurrection, was married to his sister Isis. Geb, god of the earth, was married to his sister Nut, goddess of the sky. Even Ra, the sun god, took family as his divine consort. The pharaoh was not imitating the gods, he was replicating the divine order. By marrying his sister, he was aligning his earthly reign with the cosmic blueprint written in the heavens above Egypt. His marriage was theology made flesh. The pharaoh is a god by whose dealings one lives, the father and mother of all men, alone by himself, without an equal. But here archaeology offers a crucial correction. Because the term sister in ancient Egyptian royal texts was not always literal, the Egyptian word senet, sister, was also commonly used as a term of endearment for a beloved wife. Scholars have spent generations untangling exactly who married whom. The evidence, however, is unambiguous in certain cases. Pharaoh Akhenaten, the heretic king who ruled circa 1353 to 1336 BCE, almost certainly married his own daughters. Rameses II, who ruled for an extraordinary 67 years, married at least 2 of his daughters as great royal wives. And then there is Tutankhamun, the boy king who died in 1323 BCE at roughly 18 years of age. DNA analysis conducted between 2008 and 2010 by a team led by Dr. Zahi Hawass confirmed that Tutankhamun's parents were almost certainly full siblings, the product of a royal family already deeply entangled in consanguineous marriage. Strip away the theology, and a brutal political logic emerges. Egypt's royal family controlled unimaginable wealth: the grain of the Nile Delta, the gold of Nubia, the labor of millions. Every marriage was a potential transfer of power. And power, the pharaohs understood with crystalline clarity, must never leave the family. Foreign marriages presented existential danger. A foreign queen could introduce outside loyalties. Her family might demand land, titles, military alliances. Her children might carry competing claims to the throne. Marriage to a foreigner was, in the pharaoh's calculus, a crack in the wall of divine authority. Royal women of ancient Egypt were not passive figures. They were educated, politically astute, and wielded considerable influence. The title of great royal wife conferred genuine authority, administrative, religious, ceremonial. Keeping that power inside the family was not tradition, it was strategy. Cold, deliberate, and effective. No pharaoh gave his daughter to a foreign king. It has never happened, and it never shall happen. But the strategy carried a hidden price, written not in gold, but in bone and DNA. Modern genetic science has revealed the consequences of generations of close-kin marriage. Recessive genetic disorders become exponentially more likely. Immune systems weaken. Skeletal deformities emerge. The very blood they sought to purify was slowly poisoning the dynasty from within. Tutankhamun's mummy tells this story with devastating precision. The 2010 DNA study identified multiple overlapping pathologies: Kola disease in his foot, malaria infections, bone necrosis, a clubfoot. He likely walked with a cane. Over 130 walking sticks were found in his tomb. A god king who could barely walk. The 18th dynasty, Tutankhamun's dynasty, collapsed within a generation of his death. No direct heirs survived. The bloodline that had built an empire, that had constructed Abu Simbel and filled the Valley of the Kings with gold, simply ended. The strategy designed to preserve divine power had quietly consumed it. The architects of royal sibling marriage believed they had engineered loyalty out of biology. They were wrong. The royal household was frequently a battlefield of competing ambitions. Multiple wives. Dozens of royal children from different mothers. Priests. Viziers. Military commanders. The palace was never as unified as its golden walls suggested. The harem conspiracy of 1155 BCE, documented on actual papyri, now housed in Turin and Rollin, recorded a plot to assassinate Ramesses III. The conspirators included his own son, a secondary queen, and senior palace officials. The very family the system was designed to unify had turned on itself. Keeping power in the family did not guarantee peace. It only guaranteed that when violence came, and it always came, it would arrive wearing a familiar face and bearing familiar blood. Egypt was not alone in this practice. The royal houses of Hawaii, the Inca Empire, and the Ptolemaic dynasty, Greek rulers of Egypt who included Cleopatra herself, all employed sibling or close-kin marriage for identical reasons. Divine legitimacy, political consolidation, the architecture of power. Cleopatra VII, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom, who died in 30 BCE, was herself the product of this tradition. Her parents were almost certainly siblings. She co-ruled briefly with her younger brother Ptolemy XIII, to whom she was also nominally married. Ptolemaic Egypt had absorbed the pharaonic blueprint completely. What we see across 3,000 years of Egyptian civilization is not savagery, not ignorance. It is a deeply considered system of belief, power, and survival, built by brilliant minds, operating within a cosmological framework utterly different from our own. They did not marry their sisters despite knowing better. They married their sisters because, within their understanding of the universe, it was the only thing that made sense. Back in the Golden Temple, the ceremony draws to a close. The priests fall silent. The torches gutter in a breath of desert wind. The pharaoh and his queen stand together. Two divine beings, two siblings, two instruments of an empire's will. They do not look at each other, they look forward, into the dark. 3,000 years of divine kingship, an empire that shaped the world, and at the center of it all, a choice that still shocks us today. Perhaps that is precisely the point. Power, at its most absolute, recognizes no boundary that ordinary humans would dare to cross.